Jon Jones has come out, and he has offered to pay any light heavyweight. No, I apologize. He has offered to pay charity $100,000 if any light heavyweight can defend the title 6 times. What just happened? What just happened? Because that is not like some kind of a generous play to a charity of which is yet to be named. There's a message in there somewhere, a self-serving message, but it's a little hard to figure out. Like, is he saying, I'll put up 100,000. I'm so awesome. If somebody else can be as awesome as me, I'm willing to pay a charity unnamed at an unspecified time in the future or for their awesomeness. It's a really weird thing. And why would you need to pay the charity? Like, what would that have to do with it? What is the 100? So I feel as that's also a part of the message. I have $100,000. The tweet could have just said that. I have $100,000. And maybe I do, maybe I don't. You know, 6 title defenses, same weight class. Even if the very next guy does that, we're 4 years from now. I mean, how long is that offer good for? Let's say it's not Dom or Jan or Anthony Smith or Rumble Return. I mean, let's say the guy that goes and does that, and this is probably more likely, is probably 12 or 13 years old right now. The guy that's going to come along and do what Jon Jones did is likely a 6th or 7th grader right now, somewhere in the world. So 20 years from now, is that still good? Is that legally binding? Does that expire at some point? What is the message? What is the message? You're usually pretty good at identifying these, right? He's usually a very transparent guy on complete accident. Like, he'll tweet something out that he believes is cryptic, but it's not at all. So he wants us to know 2 things. First off, I guess he wants his record tied. Like, is it, do you get the money for tying the record? Like, what if you go win 7? Is that it? Is it a bribe in advance to not surpass my record? Is it an attempt to remind us that he has said record? And we're not done with these. These gems are going to keep on coming. I mean, one thing that happens very often, sadly, but one thing that a lot of retired athletes do have to look forward to in life is drugs and alcohol. It's a very real thing, and Sugar Ray Leonard came out and talked about it, just to offer you a name. And a lot of guys have been very candid about the fact. Professional wrestlers do a lot of where they come out and talk, and they go, look, I never knew what a high and a rush I got from that experience, from having all cameras and all eyes on me, people calling me, how's your training, how's your this? I felt really important. I didn't know I did until it was gone. And when it was gone, I had no ability to get that rush again, and this is the closest thing I can find, so that's why I turn to X, Y, and Z. Very common. You hear about it a lot. Something that they need to be aware of, see coming as a way to prevent. When you have an egomaniac narcissist and you take his only supply away, okay, he's going to come out on social media. I mean, it's just all that you have. There would be no reason for Dan Le Batard to call him right now. There would be no reason for Jim Rome to call him right now. I mean, you could just kind of go through the list. There'd just be no reason. There's simply nothing to talk about. Talk about something that already happened? That's just not how the sports cycle works. Sports cycle works with what's next. There's a reason you don't see Joe Montana on SportsCenter each night. You don't see Jim McMahon. You just don't see these guys. They have plenty of wonderful stories and plenty of things to talk about, but that's not how it works. It works with what's coming up next. So what do? If you have nothing going on and you're used to have something going on and you have nobody that wants to talk to you and you're used to have people being really interested and want to talk, what do? I guess you go to social media and make an offer to an unnamed charity at an unspecified time to let the world know that you apparently defended it 6 times and either have or plan to have $100,000.